Hey there and welcome to Scandal Steep. The town of Dalton has been embroiled in intense controversy over its finances, largely centered around its mayor, Tiffany Henyard. The tension has been building for months, with allegations flying between Henyard and the town's legal administrators. At a recent meeting, which was notably missing the mayor herself, emotions ran high as residents and legal administrators alike voiced frustrations over the state of the town's finances and the mayor's perceived mismanagement. Tiffany Henyard, Dalton's mayor, has been under fire for alleged financial missteps and overspending. Critics accuse her of mishandling town funds and making decisions without proper authorization from the Board of Legal Administrators. Residents, many of whom feel the town is heading toward financial disaster, have voiced outrage, accusing the mayor of putting her personal interests above those of the community. At one point, a frustrated resident exclaimed, "I'm not going to stop until she's held accountable for her actions." This sentiment reflects the growing dissatisfaction within Dalton, as Henyard faces increased scrutiny from both town officials and the public. Henyard's leadership has been called into question as she faces accusations of unauthorized spending and mismanagement. Legal administrators allege that the town's budget has been rapidly drained under her watch. Dalton, which has been facing financial difficulties for some time, is now at a boiling point, with residents and officials demanding answers. The town's budget, they say, has been drained due to excessive spending on events and projects that seem more focused on promoting Henyard's personal profile rather than benefiting the town. As one official put it, "This town is bleeding, and if people knew the real story, they'd be up in arms." Tensions between Henyard and the legal administrators reached new heights at the meeting. In a move that further exacerbated the situation, the board voted to restrict the use of town credit cards, lay off several workers, and place Deputy Police Chief Louis Elegant on administrative leave. The administrators argue that the town's financial state is dire and that Henyard's spending is only making matters worse. They have accused her of playing a shell game with town funds, moving money around in ways that make little sense and that lack proper oversight. They claim that she has spent thousands of dollars on unauthorized expenditures, including lavish events and unnecessary purchases. Henyard, however, sees things differently. She has repeatedly stated that the accusations against her are politically motivated, designed to undermine her leadership. During the recent meeting, she vehemently defended her actions, accusing the legal administrators of working against her out of spite. She argued that their opposition to her spending decisions was not about the town's finances but rather about personal animosity toward her. "You're working with hate in your hearts," she told them, adding, "You're not thinking about what's best for this town, you're thinking about your feelings." One of the main points of contention has been the town's recent expenditures on events like House Fest and Gospel Fest. The legal administrators voted to cancel several of these upcoming events, citing budgetary concerns. Henyard, however, saw this as a personal attack, accusing the board of acting out of malice. She argued that the events were popular with the residents and that the board's decision to cancel them was more about punishing her than addressing the town's financial problems. "The residents love the events we do in this town," she said. "Before me, you all always had events, so I don't understand why it's a problem now that Tiffany Henyard is in charge." At the heart of the issue is the town's financial situation, which Henyard claims she has worked hard to improve. In her administrative report, she stated that when she took office, the town had a massive deficit. She claims that through her efforts, Dalton now has a budget surplus of $9.7 million. However, this claim has been met with skepticism, as many legal administrators and residents remain unconvinced that the town's financial health has improved. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has been brought in to investigate Dalton's finances, with many eagerly awaiting her findings. The meeting highlighted the deep divide between Henyard and the board. At one point, Henyard called on the town's financial director, Robert Hunt, to read through more than 100 budget line items that the legal administrators wanted to eliminate. The list included thousands of dollars spent on Amazon purchases and cakes for community events, as well as funds allocated for the one-day event, the Taste of Thornton Township. The administrators argue that these expenditures were unnecessary and that the town cannot afford such lavish spending at a time of financial uncertainty. One of the most contentious moments of the meeting came when the legal administrators voted to cancel House Fest and Gospel Fest, two of the town's biggest annual events. Henyard accused the board of acting out of spite, saying, "This is just about hurting me. You're not thinking about the community." The board, however, stood firm, insisting that the town simply cannot afford to host such large-scale events given its current financial state. The tension between Henyard and the legal administrators has been brewing for months, but it seems to have reached a tipping point. Henyard's leadership has been under scrutiny for some time, with many accusing her of using town funds for her own personal gain. Reports suggest that she has spent thousands of taxpayer dollars on luxury trips, cars for herself and her family, and other unnecessary expenses. These allegations have only fueled the growing dissatisfaction among residents and town officials alike. Adding to the drama, Deputy Police Chief Louis Elegant has become a central figure in the town's ongoing power struggle. The legal administrators voted to place Elegant on administrative leave, citing concerns about his close ties to Henyard and his involvement in a bankruptcy fraud case. Elegant, however, has refused to step down, continuing to report for work despite the board's decision. His defiance has only added to the sense of chaos in Dalton, with many questioning why he remains in his position despite the serious allegations against him. Meanwhile, Henyard has continued to defend Elegant, arguing that the legal administrators have no authority to place him on leave. She has accused the board of overstepping its bounds, insisting that the decision to remove Elegant is politically motivated. Elegant's attorney has also weighed in, claiming that federal investigators are targeting him in an attempt to get to Henyard. This ongoing power struggle between the mayor and the board has only deepened the divisions within the town. As the situation in Dalton continues to unfold, it is clear that the town is facing a major political and financial crisis. Henyard's leadership is under intense scrutiny, and the allegations against her are only mounting. With federal investigations underway and former Mayor Lori Lightfoot's report on the town's finances expected soon, it seems likely that the coming months will bring even more turmoil to Dalton. In the meantime, the residents of Dalton are left to wonder what the future holds for their town. Many are frustrated by the lack of accountability and the seemingly endless drama that has plagued the town's leadership. They want to see their town thrive, but with the current state of affairs, it seems that Dalton's future remains uncertain. As the town grapples with these challenges, one thing is clear: change is needed. Whether that change comes in the form of new leadership, financial reform, or increased transparency, it remains to be seen. But for now, the people of Dalton are left to navigate the fallout of a political battle that shows no signs of slowing down.